We're going to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods, Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, September 9th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Today is Thursday, September 9th, which means that fall still doesn't officially start for about another 2 weeks. But as far as I'm concerned, winter has already arrived here in South Florida now that Big Ramy has touched down stateside. In case you missed it, early Tuesday morning, we got word that Ramy flew into Orlando to meet up with his team here in the U.S., where he'll be finishing out the last few weeks of his Olympia prep. I'm going to assume that Ramy will be spending a lot of time training with Dennis James over the next month or so, which will give DJ a chance to cast another one of those voodoo spells that he used to turn Ramy into a juggernaut last year. If all the reports that we're hearing about Ramy are true, and I have no reason to believe they aren't, then we're all on the verge of seeing an all-time great performance. Because if he shows up better than last year, I don't care how good Hattie or any of the other guys are, it's game, set, match for everyone else in the lineup. I'm going to try to make a metaphor work, even though I'm not entirely sure that it does, so bear with me. So, if Ramy is coming to take over the Olympia stage like a sweeping winter, then at the very least, Keone Pearson is trying to roll into the 212 like a heavy blizzard that shuts the city down. Over the last few weeks, we've heard some rumblings from Keone's camp about how dialed in he's been lately, and how they believe that this version of Keone will be good enough to dismantle anyone in the division. Now, whether or not that actually happens remains to be seen, because we still don't know what he'll look like when he's stacked up against guys like Sean Clarita, Kamala Gargany, and George Peterson. That being said, if he does come out and let loose early, there's a chance that he puts everyone else in a hole that they just can't dig themselves out of. I'm going to stick with the weather theme for another segment or two because, well, I think it's slightly annoying and slightly entertaining all at the same time. So for those of you who don't know, last week, ports of the East Coast got slammed by Hurricane Ida, which resulted in all sorts of flood and wind damage, especially up in the Northeast. Storms like that come on so fast that there's basically no way to prepare for them. So all you can do is hold on and try to wait it out. And if there's one guy in the 212 lineup this year who has the chance to roll in like a Category 5, it would probably be Derek Lunsford. Derek's come on so strong during this prep that it's even surprised the people in his camp. And all the reports that you hear from people who've spent time with him lately have been nothing but positive. By and large, I think the consensus is that we still have yet to see what Derek looks like when he's completely dialed in. But if he keeps picking up steam and he does roll into the Olympia at full force, it'll be interesting to see who has the stamina to outlast the onslaught. You know how sometimes you can sit outside, look up at the clouds, and see the storm clouds that are about to roll in? Well, there's a part of me that wonders whether or not that's how people in the men's physique division feel when they see some of the stuff that Jeremy Buendia has been posting lately. After struggling with one injury or another for the better part of the last 2 or 3 years, all of a sudden it looks like the 4-time Olympia champ is finally healthy again. According to Jeremy, he's put on something close to 30 pounds since May, and he's feeling better than he has for a long time as far as his health is concerned. At this point, he still hasn't mentioned anything about the possibility of a comeback, or whether or not he has even the urge to compete again. But factor in his age and the fact that there's still a lot of parity in men's physique. If he can stay healthy, I think there could be a real possibility that we see him make a run at the 2022 Olympia. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.